Oh, hello, everybody. I just made noises. That's what happened. Um,
Isn't that what spooky is?
so I am GM of Revan. You can call me N. Welcome to the stream where I will be your overseer of chaos this evening. Um, I feel like that is a great name. It's a proud name, and I am proud of this name. That said, I am with an amazing group of people. We are missing one, but we are going to do something super fun and super awesome. We are going to be playing Ryuutama, and we are doing a event called the Travelers Festival, and you guys are all together joining us. For this stream that we're going to be doing for Make a Wish Foundation. We're doing this with Roll for Wishes, and we are live tonight. There is a at the bottom of the screen. There's a nice little QR code where you can donate. Now that I've done my self promotional spiel, I am going to give it to the table. If you guys could introduce yourself and one thing your character would like to eat as something that they have procured on their journey so far. Take it away, Leslie.
Hi, I'm Destin Moon. I play the character Leslie, the large orcish man obsessed with cooking. This is a very loaded question for him because he'd like to eat anything that is edible and probably things that are not edible just to see if he could make them edible.
Ooh. See, that's important. What is one of the things that Leslie has done to create something edible? Like what's the most, like, out of all the things that he's come across so far, what is the one edible dish that he has made so far that he's the most proud of?
Would probably be managing to make his grandmother's spinach puffs just the way she makes them.
You know what? I can see that. I can see that happening. Spinach puffs. Love it. Thank you so much for introducing your character to us. If I can get our lovely Aria Legato.
Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Vixie Bell. I'm your friendly neighborhood player here at the Logomancy Media table. And yeah, I play Aria Legato, a lovely little cat bard. She is colored to be like a little Siamese cat because I have a Siamese cat and he's super cool and I love him. So that's my inspiration. And she is colorful, she is vibrant, and she is very much a cat, a humanoid cat. And I love her too.
Oh, I love that. What is the one thing that Arya would want to eat on this journey or has eaten on this journey with these fine people so far that has been edible and really good?
I think her favorite thing on this journey so far has been Leslie's blueberry pancakes. Those are delightful. But I think the thing she's most looking forward to eating is her mother's sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie. I love that. If I can get everybody to hydrate, please.
Oh.
I came prepared. I have water this time, which is
Yay.
super important and incredible. I also had tea. So hydration is key. It begins. Yes, it does. Last but definitely not least, by the way, thank you for the blueberry pancakes. Really good thought. We are going to give it to Blackwell.
All right. Hey, everyone. How you doing? My name is Blackwell. I'm your everyman of the TTRPG D&D verse. I'm just here to show you that I'm a regular dude. I'm married. I have a son. I'm just here to play games, and I can showing y'all that y'all can do this too. You can hop on the stream, play some games with some cool people, and then go back to your 9 to 5. Or if you're like me, as the stay-at-home de facto parent, you wake up to your kaiju at 5, 6, or 7 o'clock in the morning. What is sleep? Yeah, my character's name is Thatcher Holloway, and we're supposed to give a food that they like, correct? You know what? I feel like this man's out here trying to find the best crab cakes.
crab cakes.
You know how you had that one, like you go to that one place and they
Mhm.
had something that made you just say, now wait a minute, now what did they do to this?
Mhm.
They changed
Mhm.
the game and you've never been able to find it again. He's on that
Mhm.
hunt.
He's hunting for those crab cakes. I love it. Love it. Thank you so much for that. With that said, who wants to recap what happened last time? Who has the space, the energy, and the mental capacity to remember everything? Blackwell, let's go.
So we started off our journey with our adventurers waking up at camp. Shenanigans happened. You know, we finding out that what's our skeleton's friend name again?
Andy.
Andy having, you know, some romance novels, some savory novels, you know, the old romance novels with the dude on the horse and the woman. And it's just like, okay, you got some interesting likes, like whatever works for you. As we're all waking up and having dinner, we go through this massive graveyard full of machines, robots, like and the like. As we're making our way through there and getting reacquainted with our friend Stella the camel, who's our packed animal, we
Mhm.
come across another group of adventurers who I'm trying to remember if they were stuck, stranded, whatever the case is. One of them, forget the child's name, a halfling. Monica. There we go.
Monica and
wanted to go-
Ross.
Yeah, Monica and Ross. Monica wanted to go on an adventure. Which one was sick? Was it Monica or Ross? One of them was sick. Yeah, there we go. One of them was sick, but you know, they still wanted to go out on an adventure, and they had hired this mercenary like adventurer who Thatcher was like, yeah, I heard your name. I don't know who you is, but you know who I am. And as they go through the forest that's connected to this, like that's next to this robotic graveyard, they come to find our friend. Is his name Icarus?
Mhm.
Yes. Icky for short. Yay.
Yeah. Our friend Icarus / Icky, a almost cybernetic android-like elf, who's the last of his kind, who's supposed to protect this energy reserve of some sort. And after talking to him and befriending him, he lets us into his home. From there, we find out that many adventures have come by here, and Icarus never really looked like the way he looked. He looked less appealing before we met him now. And so they've dropped their loot there, and we've just kind of been picking around the place, looking around, as Icarus did not mind. He was essentially like, take your fill. Just don't go near the core. As we're going through this machine, Andy goes off and finds some more books. I believe Leslie goes off with them. And me and Legato go to this room filled with magical artifacts. I find a cave, like a light system, kind of like if you find something in The Witcher, like back in those old timey days where the flame was inside the cage. And it was actually a familiar spirit that if you have ever played Legend of Zelda, yeah. And it basically acts like an RGB light. It changes colors rapidly. During that time, Legato had also started basically playing Dance Dance Revolution on the motherboard of this house, of this machine, and hit something. We don't know what she hit or they hit.
Perfect combo. Okay. Perfect.
Is Legato, what's their pronouns?
She, they, or she, her.
She, they. There we go. Cool. So we're not sure what they hit. All we know is at some point, as Legato goes into the same room with Thatcher and sees a glass cabinet full of many jars and liquids and bottles, Furbies come from another room in a military marching style. They do not look friendly. I think that's about all. I think I covered the bases.
Yes. Fantastic. Please give yourself a couple of journey points for that.
Yay.
Yay, journey points for you.
With
Because you didn't stop believing.
that.
Wrong journey?
How do I do that? Where does that go?
So on roll 20, on your character sheet, you'll see that there's like a bar in your, I want to say your stats. Yeah, under stats.
Yes.
And then you'll see there's a bar there with a person that says condition. So add 2 of those. Go up to 12. Yeah,
Hey.
exactly.
Yay.
I'm so glad I was able to parse it over. I'm like, yes, this works. Perfect. I will take you guys to the control room so you guys can see the actual room and space that I envisioned. And it's so nice to see what you thought of the space that I described, because it's a little bit different a little bit different. Just a little bit different. There you go. This is for the players. I like this is like the TARDIS. Yeah, we've got
Yes.
Legato up on the top here with our good friend Thatcher, and then we've got Leslie down here at the bottom.
There we go.
It's me.
Yay. There I
So,
am.
for you three, just so you know, and when our good friend Andy is around, this map is for you guys.
Yay.
You will get to
Thank
keep
you.
this map. There will be different phases of this map too. So there'll be completely dark and eerie, and then there'll be bright and cheerful like this, and then there'll be changes to it here and there, different coloring. So you guys can have it, and it'll be your map, and you can just use it whenever you like in whatever game you decide to play. You can have as this map or a version of however many versions I decide to make of this map.
I made this for you.
Moon, is your mic the correct setting this time?
Yes. I made
Okay.
sure this time that it was saying this mic and not my webcam. So I'm like 90% sure unless it changed on me again and now I'm paranoid. So I'm looking. It's saying the correct mic.
Perfect. So we're gonna, based on the screen, voice from beyond. We are starting with Leslie and Andy down in the bottom there. You can see that there's a little creature to this area here, where you can kind of see that is Thatcher. So Thatcher looks more like this cybernetic Warforged type.
Did you mean
creature.
Icarus?
Icarus. Whoops.
Icky.
Icky.
Just
Thatcher's
for a
up top.
moment.
I'm sorry, Thatcher. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry,
I was like,
Michael.
they're
Sorry,
gonna
I'm
get it.
sorry.
I was like, we're gonna get there. It's okay. It's all good.
Icky. We see Icarus kind of standing and hovering, and Andy doesn't know this, but Icarus knows exactly what they're looking at. Sorry, Andy. And they will move forward, stepping up onto this kind of metal platform before coming down and pointing towards the Furbos. Unfortunately, one of your friends have summoned the security system.
Of course it was the cat.
Hot cross buns. Hot cross buns.
DDR on the console.
/ Revolution, as I used to play on the internet.
You see that the Furbos are really tiny.
They're just babies.
They're tiny. They've got like little they've got little things coming out from their shoulder pads. You don't know what their purpose is, but those little things are like pointing red, and they look like little lights coming out from them, as like almost like a scope. And then you see that their hands are like there's a thumb kind of there, but they only have like 2 other fingers, so it looks like claws, like 3-pronged metal claws. And you hear their voices. We have intruders. We have intruders. We have
no.
intruders. We have intruders. We have intruders. Oh dear. Do you mind keeping them actively busy while I try to disable the information that is coming from them? Oh, what was your name?
Is he talking to me?
Yep.
Leslie?
Leslie.
Leslie.
It has been written into my retinas and into my memory bank. If you could please provide assistance in terms of keeping them distracted, I believe is the right word here, while I configure our system to get them to stop.
I can do that. So I pull out my spork and get ready to play some whack-a-mole.
Woot! You see this Icarus dashing up to the console and frantically starts typing things into the console as if to make it stop, but it isn't going through yet. Meanwhile, up at the top corner there, where we have Thatcher and Arya just looking at weapons and also stuff that Arya wants to knock over said stuff. Up in the top there, you can kind of see these strange robotic little creatures go, "We have intruders. We have intruders. We have intruders. We have..." Just walking along in a strangely coordinated formation, heading your way.
How tall are these things anyway?
Up to your ankles.
Oh no.
They
Ankle
are
biters.
very literally.
How threatening are they as they're marching towards us? Like, is this something that Thatcher would be like, no, we need to go? Or is this I could probably soccer ball kick you? I could probably soccer ball kick you.
I mean, the first part, yes, but then you see a horde of them coming your way.
Hey, Legato,
Yeah.
we got company.
As Arya like goes to look, she knocks over an empty glass, like, huh? And just
We have intruders. We have intruders.
oh, they're all singing in key. That's so cool.
I think Thatcher would pull out his bow and say, "That's nice and all, but I don't think they're gonna let us. I don't think they find us pretty cool at the moment."
Oh,
You hear?
Are we the intruders they're talking about?
You hear over the PA system, "Please kindly distract the security system while I bypass their code."
Why is the security system been called on? He kind of looks over at Legato. Did you do something?
I didn't do anything. I played on an instrument for a bit. It had a nice beat, but I didn't like touch any buttons or anything.
What interest? Wait, what interest? Words are hard tonight. Instrument.
There was like a little board and it had some light up buttons, and I was able to tap out a rhythm. It was really fun.
Okay. Your sticky kitty paws. As wonderful as they are. Okay.
They're not sticky. I wash them regularly.
It's a term of phrase, darling. It's a term of phrase. Now then, are you gonna help me? Or are we gonna get ran over by these little whatever these creatures are?
I'm more of a lover, not a fighter. Do I have to?
Now, Legato, we have talked about this before. The life of the adventurer is a dangerous life indeed. And sometimes, as he knocks one of his bows, you gotta fight.
Oh man! And she like slings her lute over her shoulder, and she's like, "I don't like getting my fur dirty." And she reaches into her like belt and pulls out 2 daggers. Like they're not like spectacular or anything. They're not legendary. It's just a couple of daggers that are purely for self-defense. The equivalent of pepper spray or a taser, in this world. And it's like, and she's like, "Okay, I'll do my best."
Fantastic. As you do that, you hear a strange song kind of echoing overhead, as somehow a button is pressed and this strange song goes, "You've got to fight for your right." And we are going to get you guys to do a couple of things, because combat in Ryuutama is very, very unlike Dungeons and Dragons and other more heavier games. The flow of combat is based on deciding 5 objects in the area, determining your initiative. So PCs will roll your initiative check, which is your dexterity and your intelligence, to determine your activation order. And this is done only at the start of the encounter unless a special action is performed during combat. The monster's initiative I will do for you guys. Players obviously are already in the area on the battlefield. Usually this is the battlefield area is like this egg formation, and then there's like different things here and there that kind of differentiate you guys. I thought a map would be more traditionally fitting, because you're not restricted by movement here. As you can tell, I'm already moving the little minions along, so you are not restricted by movement. What you are restricted on is what you decide your character's place in the area on the battlefield. So we have a spork, we have a bow, and we have 2 daggers. Okay? The PC or monster with the highest initiative will act first, and then it'll be followed by the next highest, and so on. Once all participants have performed an action, the round is over, and combat returns back to whoever is next in turn in the initiative order. Now, battles begin when monsters engage a party. Negotiations fail, a party ambushes monsters, or any other situation where violence becomes inevitable. Similar to anime, you guys get to narrate what your character is doing at any point in time. The battlefield is used basically to kind of represent your relative positions of you guys in battle, but because we actually have a battle map, this is going to be a little bit homebrewed because I'm working with those conditions. Usually there's an area that is dictated of this is where the range fighters from the enemies are going to take place, and then the front area are where the people who are more frontline melee will take place. So just keep that in mind as we go along with this. Now, objects are basically items strewn about the battlefield that may be used to great effect by characters during a battle. You are in a room.
Really quick, we do have a hydrate.
Oh,
Thank you for letting me drink water. As I begin to say what is in the room,
let me throw glass. Let me throw glass. Let me throw glass.
you have a
Perfect door.
wall. You have a wall. You have a wall of potions on your left-hand side. I don't know what's going to happen if you decide to throw glass. But you do have a row of potions on one side and other questionable objects in potion bottles there as well. I just want to let you know. You might have to throw a D100, and I'll tell you what you find when you throw each. So even more chaos will happen. I am scared for your lives. So there is a shelf of potions. So is that one of the objects we want to establish is there?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We are going to
Absolutely.
establish there is a wall of potions on your left-hand side. Blackwell was saying they wanted to do something as well. What other item you want on the on the table?
I feel like there's probably like literal like tables or some fixtures of tables, things like that, stands and the like. Because room full of magical items, they gotta sit someplace.
Yep. You are based on our map that we are seeing in front of us. You've got weapon racks nearby. There's not really a table so much as there are random boxes or that Icarus has basically stacked together to form shelves. But yeah, there are weapon racks. A lot of weapon racks with a questionable amount of weapons on them.
So definitely the racks and the boxes, because my brain's just like, we use the boxes as leverage. We climb up and fire.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll put this into our roll 20. Leslie's already good to go. They have rolled an initiative of 7. If I can get you two to also roll your initiative rolls.
I had it, my mouse hovering over it.
Okay, we've got a nine. Ooh, 2 9s. Who is faster, Thatcher or Arya?
I think
you guys
Arya.
have.
Arya has an 8 index.
Yeah, you're faster.
Okay, we'll
Which
put
checks
Arya.
out.
We'll put Arya at 10, 9, and then for these little furbows, that is going to be a thing that I will have to figure out in 2 shakes of a handsaw. Um, 2 shakes. Give me 2 shakes.
2 of them.
2 of them, not 1 of them, just 2 of them.
Not 3 of them.
Not 3 of them. 2.
3 is right out.
Exactly what I was thinking too.
3 is right out. No.
Do not
no.
stop at 1 unless you proceed directly into 2.
Yes.
Yes. And do not pass go. Let's see here. Let's just say I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm gonna just roll for it because I don't.
Yay.
You don't tell. You're the DM. Whatever you say goes.
Pretty much.
Yeah, 5. Okay, that checks out.
It's your world. We're just living in it.
No, that definitely checks out with how my rolls usually go. I am not going to say anything. This is why I have saving throws in all of my games that are D&D related, not Ryuutama related. This is fine. Great. 3 is right out. Perfect. So we have established on where Arya and Thatcher are, there is a rack of weapons, some stray boxes, so someone's going to catch some stray boxes, and then there is also a wall of potions and vials of questionable material. On Leslie's side of the aisle, you have a whole bunch of books. There are scrolls. There's
Are the shelves like built into the wall, or are they a
No.
little wobbly?
they're squeezed in as much as they can be squeezed in, but there are some loose strays.
So I could potentially like pry it down and like collapse a shelf on top of them.
Yes, you could,
Pry.
and that will
When in
help.
doubt, use the furniture.
And those are 4. We need 1 more.
Are there tools like that maybe Icky's been using to fix things or mend
Particularly sharp books. Get some nasty paper cuts.
Some heavy tome books.
things? What's in Encyclopedia Britannica and suddenly you're doing bludgeoning damage?
Are there religious texts? Are the weight of their sins enough to damage them?
You've never seen Andy look so offended in your life. As they basically
They're not one to talk. They threw a book to try and create a distraction.
different circumstances as you see them basically climb on one of the shelf, not this shelf, just not this shelf in particular.
Is it the romance books?
No comment.
100% the romance books.
But for both ends of the spectrum, you do have the bookcases are boxes and bookcases, carts. Like there are some loose containers about. That's the best I can go with that. There are some loose containers. They obviously were not made by a Swedish company that is known for furniture making. But in terms of tools, I mean, there are a couple of stray tools here and there, a couple of screwdrivers kind of just left out haphazardly, a hammer. So if you want loose tools and weapons, yes.
Mean.
I feel like any tool that we come across would be a D100 roll as well, because we don't know what these things do. If based on what Icarus has said, that this equipment has been left behind by adventurers for years and years and years, some of this is probably uncharted territory for us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I dig it.
This is going to be great.
I'm just thinking like the hammer of Thor. Like you're shooting lightning now with this random hammer.
Ella would be worthy.
I have a D100 of random potion effects. I'm ready to go with that. I've got a D100 chart of ancient holy relics, just in case. I have a D100 of treasured items of the deceased, which I feel like is important for this space. So we're well and truly covered.
Now,
We will find
switch with the
things.
books. Are any of them magical tomes that are like a la Harry Potter style that you open it and something happens? Is that going to be relevant?
Let's say yes. I have a D100 list of banned and evil book tomes. I have a book generator. I have 100 library. We'll go with
Perfect.
I have lots. I have a lot of. I am ready
All
for
the
whatever.
D100 generators.
I am all ready.
If the book
Ready
starts
to
talking
go.
to you, run.
Just run. We'll wait until the ad moves through here. If everybody wants, let's do one more hydrate that is called for without points.
Now, one
Without
question I have is Icarus included in this battle?
Icarus is trying to call off the security system. They're trying to bypass whatever code was inputted to stop any further security systems from
Have they tried
activating.
playing Hot Cross Buns backwards?
You hear it from the other room and they go, ah! They are not musically inclined.
They need a music degree.
With that said, we begin with Arya at the top of the round.
Yes. Arya has both daggers out and she's trying to be tough and is she's like don't, and she just kind of goes no and runs immediately up the shelf. She obviously doesn't drop her daggers. She puts them in her belt and she just kind of goes nope and climbs up the shelf with the potions.
You have immediately put yourself in the back area of the combat zone, far away from these things. If you have any magic spells that you want to cast, at this time it's normal casting, meaning long range attacks and spells can, whatever you have, they can be done from the back part of the combat zone.
Does throwing count as a long range?
Yes, it does.
I don't think
a cat confronted with a Roomba.
A whole lot of magic, right?
You can do an accuracy check, and I don't know what magic is going to be unleashed by whatever bottle you throw.
She's she pretty much goes, don't worry, Thatcher, I'm not abandoning you. This space is too pretty. Okay, I'm sorry. And she grabs a random potion bottle and just chucks it.
Fantastic.
At the Furbos.
Can you do me a favor and do me an accuracy check? So accuracy would be basically your dexterity and
okay.
You don't have to concentrate on it, so it'll be your dexterity and your intelligence. We'll do that.
So do I roll them both or
just you should roll them both. It should just be dexterity and your thing. So on your character sheet, you could just use your dagger, your dagger thing.
Okay.
You should be able to just roll that number, and then if it hits, you can roll for damage, and then I will also get you to roll a D100 to see what happens next.
It says 4 + 5 + 0.
So that is a fairly accurate throw as you lug this potion bottle towards these Furbos. Which one do you want to hit? Which trio of Furbos do you want to take down?
I think she's gonna throw it at the ones that she feels present the most threat to Thatcher.
Okay.
But she genuinely is trying to help. She just doesn't want to be right in the middle of it.
Absolutely. You throw the potion bottle. Roll me a D100, please.
Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
Let me just
casually
roll a D100. Nothing's gonna go wrong, you guys. It'll be great.
What could go wrong?
Love that for us.
Yeah.
Suddenly, gravity is now topsy-turvy.
Topsy-turvy.
All the chaos is about to happen. I am so scared.
Like I said, who needs a wild magic table when you have a cat?
I have a D100 I've never got to use before.
Okay. What is your what did you roll for your result?
An 80.
80. Okay.
Oh,
The potion lands, splashes on these things. You hear a little electrical short circuit, and suddenly these things are no longer that bluish gray tone. They are now every color of the rainbow. And they are neon every color of the rainbow. Which, by the way, shout out to Neon Graffiti, who was awesome.
yes.
That said, yes, fully neon, brightly rainbow colored verbos.
I was worried they were going to get big.
No, they do short circuit a little bit as they stop, trying to comprehend why they are no longer what they are.
What am I?
Why am I this color? Look, they're so colorful. You can see them now and target them
They're
better.
true Furbies now.
They are true Barbies now. There's a bit of a crack in their in a couple of them where the potion landed, based on the accuracy of your throw there. Portions of the electrical stuff start to break down because it's liquid on an automatum made out of wires and some sort of electricity. That was a good throw. Would you like to do anything else, or would you like to move forward?
I think she's like when she did something, she is like, okay, I feel more confident. And she, the only thing I would like to do, and we don't have to resolve this in this turn, is she's actually going to try to study the potion so she has a better idea of what she's throwing the next time around.
Perfect. That is it. And you did that all in 10 seconds because one round is equal to 10 seconds. We will resolve what you find next time. Mm-hmm. It'll be Thatcher's turn, though, as you see now a multicolored array of strange robotic creatures in front of you.
Okay. So I think Thatcher would see Legato scurry off and, climbs on top of like the potion glass cabinet. And it's just like, Legato, that's not a bad idea. Because all intents and purposes, if he needs to use the bow, he needs to be at range. So he goes over where Legato is. Is there like enough space for like two people to be on here, or is it just like he's got to be holding off like Titanic kind of style?
No, this is Titanic. There's only one room. No, I'm messing with you. You're fine.
the wherever Arya has decided to perch, you can already see it shaking. The bottles inside this cabinet is starting to shake a little bit.
Is there like a bunch of boxes stacked up next to it that he can just kind of stand on? So I would say he's going to like climb up on the boxes and examine the glass case real quick, and before just saying, what's the worst that could happen? Let's live a little. And he grabs one bottle and just yeet.
Accuracy check for the yeet. Go for it.
Let me go to my character sheet.
Yeet or not to yeet? That is the
It'll
question.
be dexterity and your intelligence.
We use our action to yeet. Let's go.
Action to eat. Not to eat. But you're eating this all up.
Yes. See what you did there.
Why am I not seeing it?
It would because you would just need to use your attack essentially.
So that would be my bow, which is my dex, and
it would be your dex and intelligence for just accuracy. But if you're using your bow, it should be like you can just roll a d6, I think, and a d8, because I think those were your two stats for that.
Yes.
Yeah, so just roll a d6 and a d8 for accuracy.
If it helps as well, perception is a dex and intelligence thing, so if you just wanted to click that one, that would roll it for you.
That too.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will remember
so
that
much.
next time. That is a 6 and a 4. So that's a 10.
10 total. Similar to Arya, you bombs away with a potion bottle. Roll me a D100 as you collectively, both of you, have splashed liquids on all of these little items. Probably around here is where you want to throw it, or did you want to do one specifically?
No, right there. Like, get the splash damage. Like, hit all three of them.
Absolutely.
Also, we have another hydrate.
Yay, hydrate.
Speaking of
Can I run-
splashing, we're splashing. Sorry, go on.
No, you're fine. Can I run and grab my D100? I've never got to roll this, and I'm real excited to finally use this Joker.
Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Thank you for the hydrate. Ooh, battle is risky.
Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go grab it.
Okay.
Run.
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 No.
Uh,
We're just telling you to run.
yeah, run.
Run, Forrest, run.
Moon, while
Yeah.
that's happening, you do hear sounds of battle from across the wall. Because this whole thing right here that's on this side, this is basically like a wall ledge that you have to climb up onto this thing to get into this thing, if that makes sense. Like there's a step and then there's like this huge other step. So you can hear them, but you can't quite see them because it's a huge curve.
I mean, I would have seen the critters split up and some go up that way, so
Yes.
I can assume.
Yes, very quickly. You have your spark ready. There are boxes nearby you. Turning over, do a perception check for me, just for funsies. Just for funsies. Just for great funsies.
Okay, there we go.
Hello.
Because I've never been able to use him because it's a metal D100.
Look
That's
at
a big boy.
go.
Big Chungus.
Woo. Let's
That's
see this.
thunk.
Hold on.
Heard that roll across the table.
That is a thunk. Have I heard a thunk?
Oh yeah, it's in my my dice tray.
Let's hear it. What was the result?
12.
12.
12 of them.
12 it is, and I see an 80. Okay. For a 12, your eyes are drawn to
Not liking the sound of these mms.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't.
Listen, the first time I get to roll it, and it's going to give me something catastrophist, I'm going to be like, well, into the UFO you go.
Do you need to borrow my timeout chair?
Like, it's going to go into the UFO.
The timeout chair.
Gentler on my dice. I feel like maybe they're just gonna take on a lot of stress, so they go to the spa and like just go have a facial. Relax. Give me a 20 now. Thank you.
I yell at my dice. I tell them to do better.
Well, great. Okay, so this is what happens.
Oh boy. Oh Lord.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Okay. You hear the security bots go, "This is outrageous. Hold on." As they seem to seep some of that potion into their beings, and where their beaks are, there's like this glowing yellow crystal, and that crystal forms into this blue. And as it turns into this blue, collectively you see kind of like this cone wave of frost kind of formulate around them, and they say two words: "We shall activate this hyper beam. Magic." Similar to in Toy Stories, and there's those little alien.
The little
Yeah.
Martians.
Ah,
The claw.
They have realized something about that potion substance, which we will get to on their turn.
What have you done?
I think I gave him hyper beam.
You turn them into magical shoujo girls.
Worse, I gave them Pokemon moves.
yes.
Huh.
Right.
While you're doing that, I just want to go to Leslie very quickly. Turning to your right momentarily, you catch a book title that you see a skeletal hand reach out for, and you see that it says Blood Meriden. And they look down at you, and you look up at them, and Andy's like, "Not this book."
And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me.
With that said, back to Thatcher. You do notice the hyper beam on these creatures thing that are charging up. It will be this group right here.
Okay. You know, that wasn't my best idea. I'll admit that one.
You tried. It was a good. You tried, and she like pats his shoulder sympathetically.
You know,
Try
what's
your best, but you don't
like with all adventures, there's gonna be a little bit of
succeed.
mishaps. Like, what's the worst that could happen if we just throw another one as he grabs and like preps to grab another
TPK.
bottle?
That's the worst that could happen.
You can tell that this particular hyper beam, based on what they look like and how small and tiny they are, you're not exactly sure what the effect is, but they're starting to glow this bright color in unison. Just as heads up. And they move forward. They actually move ahead a little bit of you guys. Anything else on your round? Because you can do a little bit more if you'd like.
No, I think that's all. I think he's going to climb up on a couple boxes, chuck a potion, sees that the potion had some form of effect that may or may not be a terrible thing, and he's starting to grab another one, and I'm going to just leave it there.
Fantastic. We go down to Leslie because they are next in the turn order, if I'm correct.
You are correct.
Wonderful, wonderful turn. Thank you very much. Leslie, like I said, you see Andy's hand kind of take the book out and then drop it into your hand. Use this one. And the book that they drop into your hand says a kobold's... Oh, no.
Kobolds what now? What now?
It says...
Is it family safe?
No.
Nope. We'll move forward. We'll move forward. It says Orthodox Visions of the Elves, Elven Religion and Pantheon. Use this one.
Okay. Can I like treat it like a golf ball? Like I just drop it and hit it with my spork towards them?
Absolutely, you sure can. Because you are playing sport hockey, what can I get you to check with? Go ahead and roll your attack. I don't see why you can't just use the spork to do that with. Oh boy, here we go. Ooh. Okay. It kind of okay. So this is the funny thing about this whole situation. I will give you a +2 in terms of your accuracy because you have help from Andy, who isn't with us right now, but they are with us in spirit. They have given you this large book, and you hit it with your spork, and I will give you a +2 because of the help, if that's okay.
Sounds good to me.
You hit it. How do you want a hockey golf club be? Describe it.
So basically, I kind of look at the book that I've been handed.
Yep.
Look at my sport, kind of do like a little toss of the book, and then just slap shot it.
Great. Roll your damage using your spork. And then also we'll add a +2 afterwards. Again for help.
Nice.
You hear multiple shouts of "Whee!"
I'm sorry?
They have been run over by a book. We cannot get up. This is an outrage. What is this?
I thought it was the
tree
book
doing?
saying we.
No.
I was like, oh, so the Furgos have a, I'm gonna, okay.
They are prone.
Just bowl them over, Wii bowling style, with a spork and a book. Wee! And just imagine them jumping, doing the little rotate thing, but they don't land it very well.
No. You hear one of them say, "What is this dead tree upon my body?"
It's called literature.
It is litter.
Richer.
You see,
He actually does like finish that word.
you see one of them, and we will move forward because one of them is raising a hand. That's it. That's all that we will.
That's all she wrote?
That's all she wrote, as if reaching out. Curse you,
Rose buds.
That is wonderful. I don't have a prone symbol on here, but they are prone. We'll go with that. They are
Sounds
prone.
good.
They are prone.
And that's how you get them to not cast Hyper Beam.
Exactly. It's their turn next. I hope you guys are ready for the chaos and mayhem that is about to occur. So, that was a good turn. Anything else very quickly, or you're good?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Great. Okay, so the hyper beam ones kind of go closer and closer and closer to where you guys are. Unfortunately, they are like 5 feet. Like they're under 5 feet tall. And you guys are on top of these boxes, and the boxes and shelves have formulated like this almost 10 to 15 foot kind of layer of protection from any ankles being bitten. All simultaneously, all of them look up to all of you, and they look up and they fixate. They will use their hyper beam of magic to basically throw something at you, as they use the liquid from the potion to throw this kind of cone of cold your way. And as they do that, they will not roll very well because they are not very strong, but they do roll an 8. Now, we don't have an AC in Ryuutama that I'm aware of, but let me just double quickly check your guys' character sheets for a moment and just make sure. Okay. All right. So, in terms of like a target number and skill checks, especially if the monsters are able to, attack. I just need to know if these things hit. 1 second. So, okay, great. So the target number is equal to the target's initiative. So that is an accuracy check. Okay. So in terms of their accuracy, they rolled an 8. They do not get you. Because I rolled low.
The question is, do they hit the cabinet full of volatile potions?
Yes, they do.
This is fine. We're fine.
This is fine.
Wrong.
Just the hazard
I'm
zone.
in danger.
The safety man is knocking on our doors now. Like, what did y'all do?
From the speakers, they go, "You're doing great.
Oh,
Please hold them off a little bit longer. I am formulating the code right now. They will be deactivating from the room beyond." The cone of this cold like magic hits the baseboard of one of the shelves that you're on, Arya, and the box that's below where you're standing on, Thatcher, just get hit by frost. Like, it's cold. All of the potions down at that lower shelf have frozen over, and one of them, I'm just gonna roll a d100.
We also have a hydrate.
Oh.
Thank you. Let's see. Well, we'll find out we'll find out shortly as one of the bottles starts to kind of boil up, affected by the cold. That's all you get from that. This one is going to go through our super fabulous looking Verbos are also coming up, completely engaged, and you see them go, "You are intruders. Step down. Come safely. We will take you to the holding cell."
Arya looks at Thatcher like, what are we supposed to do?
Well, I'm definitely not going to no holding cell that they want to put us in. I am not built for jail. Do you not see this face? And then look at yourself. We are not built for jail.
My soap is not on a rope.
Sorry, step on a rope got me. Anyway. So, Arya's like, oh my goodness, what are we supposed to do? How do we get out of this? Or distract them? You think they like music?
Stall them as long as we can. We still got a cabinet full of potions, and they can't get us from up here. If all else fails, he kind of looks around. We just play hopscotch around them.
With our luck, they might have something for that. I'm just saying.
We're being
Now, how about I
raided.
schedule-
Oh, hello, Raider.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, Raiders.
The light dissipates from the Furbos that did the magic, and you hear a collective, "Ah!" That was their one shot. As the other ones go, "Oh dear, they are not listening. Engage. Security protocol 157252.
I'm pretty sure they make those numbers up on the spot, Legato.
Arya's just like all huddled up in a little like, she's all like huddled up like Angie cat in a corner. She does not like this. That's fine, but what does that mean for us?
You see the two creatures kind of go together and they start to melt. Hands like Lego going one on top of the other.
Nope.
You
Nope.
don't know exactly what they're doing, but they are doing something where all of them, including the most fabulous one, decide to come together. You don't know what it's going to happen afterwards, but it might be bad.
What
Power
in the
Rangers
whole
stuff going
hell?
on here.
Down by where Leslie is, these Furbos that have been knocked prone are getting in the way of the Furbos that are slowly making their way towards Leslie. The back group of this group of Furbos are basically trying to help their fellow brethren that are being basically squished by a very large heavy book that's about 500 pages in terms of just capacity and heavy bound, and it takes like 6 of them to try to basically push this book off of their fallen comrades, while the others go up towards Leslie. "You will come with us," and all of them will start glowing. Their eyes begin to glow and glitter.
Only Graham tells me what to do.
We do not know of this person. I am going to roll a d6 to see. Okay, great. These ones are going to succeed. These ones are not going to take very long. Great. These ones will succeed as well as these ones start to formulate into something. All of you can kind of see them conjoining into their hands and bodies until they become, well, one. So you're not dealing with just a small group of Furbos anymore. You are dealing with 2 large groups of Furbos.
Mhm.
Because they will conjoin into one big Furbo. That is what they will do for this term.
The Furboss.
They are Furbos. The Furbo. They're quite verbose also.
I see what you did.
Roll 20 is acting up on me, but I will place the big furbo for boss down on the mat for you guys to see what you're up against in GIF here. I just need for roll 20 to cooperate with me. Right.
What technology working the way you want it to?
I think
There
the
we
only
go.
technology that's working the way it's supposed to is the furbos.
The colorful parts of the ones that you did notice, they become part of it, and wherever it's glowing, you can see that actually there should still be one small group here. Thank you. And then this one should be big-ish. They're not quite fully formed because they need to form
But
this
why?
one. Yes.
They're not quite fully formed. Oh God.
They're not quite fully formed on this side, but
What you're
they
telling
need-
me is I need to swap the smaller one away. It's like, keep away.
no comment. Meanwhile, Arya and Thatcher, you guys have Big Furbo in front of you.
It has finished attaching itself.
How big is it now as well?
It's pretty big. Let's just say this is about the actual size it should be. It's about that big. You see the colored parts?
Yeah.
They are almost eye to eye where you guys are.
Ew. So
Take that.
okay.
Yeah. That is their turn because they can't do anything else. If that helps. And I
Okay.
shall keep a token down here, just so that I don't lose them on the initiative order. Mind you, they are not actually on the tracker. It's just they're there for the tracker. It's been a while since I've had roll 20, so thank you for being patient. Okay. We are back to the top of the round with our lovely legato.
Yes, Arya looks at this happening and her eyes go wide, like whoa. And she's like, "Oh, we are in really big trouble." And like she makes a little meow sound. She's like, and she's instead of studying the potions like she was doing before, she sort of looks at Thatcher, looks at the potions, looks at the fur boss, and is like, "Oh, we gotta knock the whole shelf on them. The whole shelf. That's it. That's the answer." And she she's on top of this shelf. She puts her back into against the wall, and she takes her back feet and is trying to kick the shelf, the entire shelf with all the potions on it, onto the fur boss.
Let's
Can I
go.
help with that? Like, since
Yes.
I'm right there.
Yes.
This is either going to end really well
you
or
guys
very poorly.
Do you guys want to merge your turns together into one?
Yeah, why not?
The fur bows. Let's
Okay.
go.
Careful you don't touch the potions or you guys may merge into one character.
So there will be three things we're gonna figure out. Number one. Oh boy. Number one on this situation. We are gonna figure out an accuracy check, and then a damage check. The accuracy check for your target number, because it's equal to these Furbo's initiative. You just need to beat 5. Damage check is the amount of damage your target will take. I would imagine and assume being knocked against a wall and like a half wall and a step would cause quite a lot of damage to something in close quarters, especially if they're made out of metal. And to have strange potions all over them, which is all, liquid based, and then having not only a shelf fall on top of them would hurt quite a bit. So for both of you, we will take the highest between the two of you. We will take the highest of your accuracy checks to see how damaging this is, and then we'll do a damage check, which is just basically combining both of your combined damage together.
Okay.
So for both of you, accuracy check, please.
Okay.
Oh, I think I rolled twice. Whoops.
Twice. Okay.
So that's a 7 and 5, 12.
5. Just a 5 for me.
5 and a 12. So, Thatcher, you find that you're doing a lot of the work at this moment in time. Can both of you roll me? Actually, Thatcher, please roll me your damage.
I'm war bard. I have no strength.
One of your
She
your
is a
tail.
delicate lady.
You actually wait. 5 is the target number, so yeah, you also add to the chaos.
Okay.
So you're fine. We're just taking the highest number for the most amount of damage.
So you said roll for damage.
Roll for damage. So we'll say strength plus
Mhm.
strength.
Strength plus strength.
Mhm.
Let me see. Can I roll it on here?
You should just be able to roll just a strength, and I think it's +0. But because you're getting help from Maria, we'll give it a +2. So it would be just straight strength, just one. Should be 1 dice, if I recall.
So while I figure that out, we're gonna do. Oop, nope. That's a D6. You said D4, and I roll it twice or just once.
It will be. You know what? Let's go with twice because you're pushing like boxes in a shelf.
So that's a 2, and that's a 4. So 6 in total.
6 in total. That's enough. The shelf goes crashing down. You find that not all of the potions go all the way down. Some of the potions actually get lodged, like the bottles are being stopped by its face. Like their collective face is holding back the rest of the potions, and whatever these strange armaments that are on their shoulders, it's actually stopping some of the potions from crashing into them. However, a couple of the potions slash down, so both of you roll D100s.
Okie doke.
Cool.
Like, once again, what could go wrong?
I don't know yet.
I don't know. It's a 45 from me.
45.
64.
Okay, well, here it is. Vines start to sprout where, for the person who rolled the 45, vines begin to sprout quickly and they kind of engulf this strange security system in just vine. And then for the 64, could you re-roll that, please?
Sure.
Because that will not work for this. That's why.
22.
Okay.
Well, that's a good laugh or a bad laugh. Should we be scared?
So I have a question for Thatcher. Does Thatcher believe in any entities, divine or infernal?
I say he does. He kind of just prays to whoever's the convenience right now, where it's just like whichever god that pops up in his mind is just like, hey, yo, can you help me out? Like, this is not fabulous at all. This is not good at all. Like, do you not see this face? Do you not see these chiseled muscles? It'll be such a tragedy for the world to lose this. Like, you know how people just be talking to talk?
Yeah.
And they just, anybody that'll listen, whatever being out there, that's what he does. He believes something's there. Whatever answer is a whole other question.
Because this, I can't show this on screen, I will just tag you into this. The creature that responds to you is this beautiful elven woman with that appears to you in just this brilliant shade of orange and gold. You see feathers and autumn leaves kind of surround them, and they're invisible to everyone else but you. And they go, "Are you sure you need help and assistance? It looks like you've got this well and truly taken care of."
Does he recognize them, or is it just like, oh, random deity number, whichever?
You can make a quick history check on this.
History.
So that will be intelligence. So double the intelligence.
Oh, I'm good with that. Let me see. There you are. Yeah. So, okay, 8. And I like you. I like you a lot. That is double 8.
Yes.
Double. This is one of the Ryujin. This is Koyu. This is the golden dragon, the dragon of autumn. And they love stories about love and friendship and human drama. And they're looking at this chaos and they're loving it. They go, "Are you sure you need any more help? Because this is quite entertaining already."
I mean, if you want to, do a little pizzazz, like throw a little bit of gooder sparkle, you know what I mean.
There's they look at you and go, "There's that bottle that has glitter in it."
He kind of looks at the bottle, looks back at them. The bottle's nice, but what can you do though?
The dragon will look and raise an eyebrow. "I can do you a favor, but maybe after this." And a whole bunch of sparkles go through. You feel suddenly lighter, almost like the woes of your troubles at this moment. You feel suddenly kind of at peace as the furbo in front of both of you and Arya, since you're both working together, has leaned back and because it has already been affected by liquid, some of the circuits spark off, and you see the eyes go from very, very present to starting to go very, very dark and gray, as if it's starting to shut down.
Okay.
That is not quite a favor, but it's kind of like I would like to be entertained some more.
Back who are you talking to?
Can I not see them, or am I the
No,
one?
It's you.
That's you.
It's just you. That's why Arya looks over and they're asking you who you're talking to.
She does that thing that cats do, like, you know how they're trying to check if you're alive and they like hit you in the face with their paw, not hard, but like gently, like she's like, "Who are you talking to?"
Smush your nose.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Legato. Just an old friend. Just an old friend.
That's great because your old friend didn't save us, so they suck.
They have a very funny way of helping, but it's okay. It's okay. We still got this. Probably one more shove and this cat will come down with onto them.
Fantastic. We will resolve whatever happens next. So that was for both of you. Anything else you'd like to do before we move forward?
I think Thatcher is just prepping to like shove the shelf more onto them. Like, he sees that it's stopped and he's just like, "Oh no, it needs to go all the way."
All the way.
All the way.
I think Arya is also on the shelf, but she's looking for a way off the shelf. Because for her, the goal is completed. The thing is paused for the moment. That lets them like rally and regroup somewhere else. So I think she's looking around for like everybody else. Like, where's Andy? Where's Leslie? Are they dead? What's going on?
You heard a couple of loud thuds on the other side of this round circular rotunda, but you're not sure exactly where.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Your feline senses catch like there's somewhere around.
There's a kerfuffle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a kerfuffle happening elsewhere.
Yes. You have a small pint-sized group of furbos in front of you, Leslie, and a big one that is starting to form.
I think it's time to treat the ones in front of me like Leslie usually treats vermin in the kitchen, with a good squish of the sport, just like a good poof. Like you might with like a broom and a rat.
Perfect. Please roll your attack. That should be your accuracy check. Yes. And again, it needs to be above a 5.
That is a 7.
You squish them.
Perfect.
I don't know how you want me to narrate how you squish them, but you squish them. You see a couple of limbs go out, and you hear the zzz as they obviously are squished by a big heavy spork. The other one will look at you and go, well,
I just point at them with the spork.
mm-hmm.
You're next.
A couple more as 4 more little things go out. They are battle ready.
So is my spork.
Fantastic. I love this. I see a big metal spark go down, and then like
The
suddenly
beauty of this spork, it is both a stabbing and a bashing weapon.
it's wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to do before they engage?
I think Leslie's done enough.
Yes.
That'll do, sport. That'll do.
So because they are now merged, their damage is, I'm going to be rolling 2d8. And they are an 8. Your turn on the initiative order is 7, so they had to beat a 7. They beat a 7, and you see the little bits of light coming out from these hyper beams. And over the radio station, you hear the beginning of a backwards playing of hot cross buns, but it's too late as they basically go pew, 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 and 4 bits of, you can't really tell if it's light or if it's air or something, but they come out of these little Nerf gun like type things, and they're aiming straight at you as well as the books, much to Andy's dismay.
We
As
also have a
Andy's
hydrate.
like,
Oh.
Thank you, Roya.
That was the last of my cranberry ginger ale.
Oh, snap.
I have more in the
Um,
fridge, but I've got water over here.
After we do this, we'll go on a little bit of a break so we can refill.
And empty
Ah.
as well.
You hear Andy go, not the books, as they go pew, 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 for each one. They will do 4 of these. So for each one of the guns, you get 10 points.
So is that 40 damage then?
Yeah, 4d4 damage.
Oh, 4d4. I thought it was like 4t
No,
damage.
no. But
Okay.
you are hurting.
Yeah, I'm about half health.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts quite a bit. As the Furbos look at you, and just as the last note of Hot Cross Buns playing, you hear a, oh no, and eyes gray over, and we'll take a break. How's that? How's that for and how's that? I feel so bad.
It's fine.
My brain's just like
Leslie can
waiting.
take it.
Oh no,
We can take it.
this machines are shutting down, meaning that the glass case has got nothing to leverage it.
Oh, God.
It's just gonna come all the way
The
down.
way down.
You're gonna ride it all the way down.
What a good time for us. Yay.
Oh man! Thankfully, they didn't do the pew pew at you two. That would have hurt. We're gonna go take a break. Oh, voice from the heavens. We will take 5 minutes, please.
Yay.
Do, do, do. Woof. And we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Logomancy Media as we test out Ryuutama, a live TTRPG roleplay, to catch you up on what happened in the last hour or so. Our amazing players were in the middle of combat. We are finishing up the combat as big, huge furbos or big, huge furbo robots.
For bosses.
For bosses. For bosses. It's very foreboding. They have enlarged themselves by joining together to become even bigger items. We have at the top of the round Arya with Thatcher, who are in one corner facing against a very big Forbos, but they've got a huge bookcase that's kind of squishing them into this step up against this half wall. Meanwhile, Leslie has sporked a small group of them and is facing off with a mid-tier by themselves in the showdown with some assistance from Andy, who once in a while gives them a tome to use, although not very much so. With that said, no one has been hurt or injured yet,
I got
except
hit.
except for Leslie.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry about that, Leslie.
It's
I'm
fine.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Having said that, we will go back to the top of the round.
Graham will hear about this.
From the corner, and he's like, I can heal you. Just give me a second.
Just don't touch these books right here.
Yeah, just not these ones. Arya, you are looking for
Just
a way
stuff the
out.
books in the bag.
Yes, Arya is trying to a way off the shelf, not necessarily a way out.
But off.
That meowing you hear, yeah, that's Arya right now.
Mhm. the fear in those meows. Remember, you have weapon racks beside you. You do have let's see what other items you guys do have, because we did write it down. You've got a rack of weapons behind you. You've used the wall of potions and vials of questionable material, which you can still keep using. There's some that have dropped here and there. It's still intact and not fully open, which is great. There are some stray boxes still, and also some loose weapons or tools nearby.
Are there any weapons that don't look heavy necessarily? Like, because
Go ahead.
she's not super schooled in weapons usage. Like, she's got her daggers for self-defense, but she's not built to, like, she's not outfitted to fight.
No. You see kind of open, kind of loosely open. It looks like they were going to be put away, but they're not. And through this fight, they've been dislodged. Strange metal stars off onto the corner that look rather sharp, and they look like they're made for throwing.
Okay, so she heads towards those stars. Like, she hops off the shelf, very cat-like. She's like, and like, hops off the shelf and runs off towards like the stars. And she goes, "Shiny things!" And that's all Thatcher hears as she runs away towards the shiny things.
You collect the shiny things of metal stars. They're in your hands. They feel good. They feel really good in your hands. What you have is a bag of throwing stars.
Okay, all right. And she
literally throwing stars.
It's a bag of stars. She looks at it. She sort of sniffs it, like she's gonna get any information that way. She's not. And then she like sticks her hand in and carefully pulls one out, and looks at the furbo, and looks at Thatcher, and then looks at the furbo, and then looks at Thatcher, and then throws the star at the furbo. For boss, if you will.
Perfect. Roll me your accuracy check. Okay. So that will be your on your character sheet. That should be your attack.
I'm using my dagger stat, so 8.
Yeah, 8. 8 will hit. So you go. Where do you want it to hit?
I think Arya is trying to aim for like some point that's gonna incapacitate it. So she knows that a headshot's gonna kill it. She knows that an arm shot is just gonna incapacitate it. She's like somewhere in between the head and the arm, you know.
There's a weird stray cord that when you saw them merge together, that cord connected. The moment you did that, it's almost like you've severed a very important item as smaller as a portion of the shoulder becomes little furbos that kind of clatter, all grayed out, not moving onto the ground.
She's like, I don't know if that made this better or worse. Where are Leslie and Andy? Wow! Leslie! Andy! Wow!
Yes, everybody can hear that. It reverberates through the entire circular domain.
Because it is a cat howling.
It is beautiful and loud, and it echoes, reverberating through the space. From the center console, nothing happens. As we move on, is there anything else you would like to do?
I think that's it for poor Arya. she's just holding the bag like open, and she's like yowling for help.
Absolutely. Because you did hit, the furbo is going to shrink. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. As you have taken 1/3 of their power away. Fantastic move. You are still on top of this, so the way I imagine it, and I'm not sure, you can clarify with me. The furbo is here, part of its arm is off. Like a good portion of its arm is off. So it's like left with the one hand and then the rest of the body. A huge, basically, its head is inside a shelf. So you can't even really see its face. It's just inside this one shelf. And some of the bottles are rolling down its chest and kind of pressed up against it. Thatcher's on top of this one shelf with his feet kind of pushed down, right? Like you pushed it down. So you're like part way between the shelf has just been knocked over on top of it, and your foot has just gone back to where you're kind of perched. And so I just want to clarify with Thatcher, is that accurate or not quite what you imagined? Oh, we have a frozen Thatcher. Thatcher, can you hear us?
Unfrozen Thatcher now.
Unfrozen.
Choked and then unchoked.
Frozen. Frozen? Unfrozen? Hello? Oh, there we go.
You're here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yay.
Oh no.
So we all started sweating. We're all like, where are you?
Where are you? Did you hear any of that or
Okay.
no?
So I think I missed the last bit of where everyone was at.
Okay. So
But I think I got it. Arya.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh no, you're first.
Oh, no, go. Arya's off. They threw a throwing star, looked at you, looked at the furbo, looked at you, looked at the furbo, and threw. And 1/3 of them is chunked off. They are sitting kind of like haphazardly on that stair and pressed against the half wall because they've got their face in a bookshelf. And then I don't know where you would like to be.
Okay, cool. I think Thatcher was still like on the side of the bookshelf because he climbed on the boxes and he was pushing it down first with his arms. And seeing as it got stuck onto the Furbotron, the Furbo, I think he's going to wedge himself between the wall and the bookshelf so he can get more leverage to use his feet to push down onto it to like have it fully capsize on down to it.
Yes, absolutely. So we'll just say for the purposes of this, that's easy. That's good enough. Like you going on top of it to get leverage, that's a movement. Is there anything else you would like to try to do in this moment as you're like basically pressing on it with your feet?
I think that's what he's trying to do. He's like trying to push this bookshelf like completely down onto it. If any glass vials fall out of potions, of substance, well, it is an adventure after all.
Absolutely. Roll me your strength. Should be let me actually pull let me pull up your actual thing here. Let's do hunting. No, let's not do hunting. Let's do trapping because you're trapping it. So that's your dexterity and int, but you can choose whether or not you want to use your which is much better than your strength. Yes.
We're gonna stick with that.
So
cool.
Very quick thinking, light on your feet. You push down on it. Roll me a D100. Let's see if a potion goes off here.
Let me see. All right, let's go, Big Chungus.
Wow, that's huge.
So loud.
Oh, amazing.
I love it though.
It was upside down.
It's like ominous.
It's a metal D100. Like this thing is full solid metal.
Yes.
Can I see this again? Can I see this? Can I see this? Hold on.
Yeah.
Holy
so shiny.
crow.
It's like a disco ball.
Like a disco ball.
Holy crow.
I got this at one of the stores that I was living by. I happened to see it and I was just like, yeah, I'm grabbing that. I've never had a giant metal D100 before.
I want it. I want it. I want it so bad.
Clickety
Okay.
clack, math rock
$30
goblin demands.
Worth it.
Yeah,
Worth it.
$30 for a metal D100? Absolutely. 58.
58. Absolutely worth it. I want one.
That die thick. 2 C's.
Between this one and the chunks that I have of the D6 and the D20, you put these in the socks, spin them around fast enough. Yeah, it could do some damage.
Yep.
Now I want to make a character that fights with dice.
So you know that little wispy character that you found, your little whisper of a light that has been with you now as you've been finding it hovering over your shoulder, kind of, because you freed it. I believe you did free it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have art for this?
Our little RGB friend that's just like flashing like a disco ball color, like do 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 do.
This do becomes something else. In fact,
I got caught in this black damage.
Okay, so it's supposed to turn into a gargoyle, but I'm like, thematically, let's not. Instead, it becomes this. Now, I'm going to let you choose. Owlbear, dragon, or owl?
Owlbear, dragon, or owl? I gotta go with the dragon. Like like a little tiny little dragon.
Yeah. So, as it as you hear it, one of the potions kind of hit it, and the liquid splashes all over it, and you see it go, and it goes burps a little bit, and as it belches out, it becomes this tiny little red dragon right beside you.
Like a little Mushu?
Yeah, pretty much.
Love it.
Pretty much. And I will let you give control over it because it's just not, you won't be able to touch it either way. So there you go. You'll be able to use that. And it's just a shining bright red, like, light, essentially. It's still light. It's still wispy. It's elemental in nature, but it now looks like a red dragon. A small, of course, because it's small. And you see it go, and you see flame. You know how in Game of Thrones the little tiny dragon starts to spit out some flames? It starts to do that. It starts to go, and a shot of flame goes right out of it. I want you to roll me 4d4.
4d4.
Yep.
Let me do that on here.
Oh, he's rolling. Does it do the tongue thing?
Yes. You see it hiss out a little bit.
I like to imagine it's like instead of it having arms, the arms are wings, and it has it's like it's almost like a wyvern.
Yeah.
There we go. 12.
12. Fire shoots out and lashes it over at this thing. Parts of the other bots kind of fall away, and then you hear a uh-oh as the other hand falls down. Go on. Sorry.
I think as he sees that, he's just sorry, I jumped ahead of you. You first.
No, you first. All I said was like you hear an uh-oh from inside the bookcase as the bookcase finally goes.
I think as that comes crashing down and Thatcher's now on top of it, kind of like, you know how when people land awkwardly but they try to look cool at the same time because it's like it was a sudden drop. That's the kind of stance he has as he's now looking at his little dragon friend. He's like, "Good job, little buddy. We got to give you a name at some point. Nice to meet you."
You see an elemental tongue flip out, and then you see the wisp beating a little bit, and then you see that it goes back to its elemental wispy shape.
All right.
It's not a permanent thing because it's a potion. So, yeah, sorry.
Okay. It goes back to his fairy RGB form.
Yes. It was momentarily. Momentarily, you felt powerful as an elemental gargoyle dragon thing.
Oh.
No, I like that. I think he'll look around and try to find Legato. Like, all right. So
Legato's easy. Like Arya's easy. She's sitting there screaming. Listen for the yowling.
He'll look up at her too, be like, hey, it's okay. I'm gonna go find Leslie because this is above my pay grade. Yep, I'm gonna go find Leslie because they're the ones that usually deal with this.
Wait, you know where they are?
I mean, I'm gonna go find them if you're gonna just stay up there and scream. What you finna to do?
I figure if I just stay in the same place and keep yelling, they'll find me.
Since when did I become the party dad?
I think in Thatcher's mind, whenever Legato goes off and goes like full cat, he's just like, I have never had cats. I don't deal with cats. Leslie is the first one that he's always seen like deal with Legato when they go full cat. He's like, nope, I'm gonna go get Leslie. Like this face cannot get scratched up.
You don't deal with cats. You only do camels.
Basically.
Yeah.
So he just looks up at Legato like, so you're gonna stay there and scream? You're gonna come with me? Because they probably also in trouble. I don't imagine that this is the only group of like whatever these creatures were. They kind of funny looking in a cute way, but funny looking.
Arya looks down at the bag of like stars that she's holding, like of throwing stars that she's holding, and then looks back up at Thatcher, and then like kind of walks to the side, and then kind of walks to the other side, and then like sort of walks in a little circle, like she's thinking about like what to do, and then is like, oh, okay, I guess. But if things get bad, I'm just gonna start screaming again.
There's got to be some magical earmuffs around here.
She's gonna follow, and then like about halfway into following, she's gonna start like walking back, and then she's gonna like come back again because cat.
Fantastic. Right, Leslie, you are dealing with a boss fight solo. You are soloing this fur boss by yourself in the middle of a corridor with Andy basically chucking books at your direction to help. Mainly to help. They also chuck a potion your way and go, use this! And you will get some healing out of that using Andy's knowledge and abilities, which I will pull out in a minute. 1 second. There we go. That should help me. Okay, so in combat, they will give you some first aid by giving you some healing. They will give you that much of healing through the potion, which is only 2.
Because it's a fumble.
Yes,
Oh
unfortunately.
no!
But they do heal you for 2 more points. Once you get out of... once you take care of that, of course, they will help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. My turn then?
Yes, 1,000.
Get him.
Now, going back to my original thought when we were deciding the destructibles in the room,
Yes.
is there a large enough shelf that I could like use my spork to pry and just collapse on top of this?
This one right here.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
do
go.
it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Everyone's gonna want a battle spork after this.
Go.
Would I just do an accuracy check?
Yes, please.
That is 11.
11. As we've established, they rolled low in the initiative order. As the fur boss goes, here's the creak, the sound, and they go, uh-oh. And you see, it's almost like trying to, like, because it was halfway done, it looks up and you see 2 of them split apart in quick succession order, trying to get away from this thing crashing down on them. You see them kind of shrink back, but it's a little bit too late. As they rip apart, and halfway through being ripped apart, they are underneath this big, heavy bookcase. You see metallic arms and limbs going, eh!
Perfect. If I'm able to move after, I then walk across the top of the bookshelf over them
Yes.
to go and find Arya wherever she's screeching from.
You can hear them right around the corner. They're right around the corner.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's just the thematic of I'm just walking across, no cares given.
Yeah. You stomp over the bookcases and you hear a gasp, and before you continue forth, you hear the scattering of bones coming, click-clacking behind you. Wait, hold on, as we are now out of combat. Sorry about that. How did we feel about that?
I'm proud of me.
I am proud of all of you. That was great.
I have a
Beautiful.
bag of stars. Yay!
You are a star.
I think as we find Leslie, I think Thatcher is just like, okay, cool. Like Leslie and Andy, he's like, cool. Everyone's good. Everyone's all right. Like we're okay.
You see
I've
bruises.
been a bit better.
Sorry, go on. Out of combat, you will receive that much healing.
We also received some hydration.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay, thank you. I will just call it a snack break. 1 second.
Oh, what did you say we get after the battle?
I got some healing is what happened.
They got 5 points of healing. Great. You do find you do find each other nicely located right around the corner. You can hear the yells, so you can meet up in the middle.
As soon as they meet up, I think Arya like kind of scrolls around Thatcher the way that cats do, like where they just find an opening and somehow like they're in it and apparated through it, and you're not sure how that happened, but it did. And she's like, and she like runs towards Leslie and Andy, and it's like, oh my gosh, you guys, it was terrible. You'd never believe what happened to us. But I got these, and she holds up like this bag of throwing stars.
Where did you know what? You deserved them. You deserved them. You did good. You did good. You did good.
You did a job.
Did you get hurt? What happened?
I look back at the bookshelves and the broken down furbows and then back at the cat. It just don't touch stuff. Because I know it was. I know it was her because Icarus said like, "Oh, somebody's messing with stuff," and it was musical. Therefore, it's the cat.
she when you say don't touch stuff, she drops the bag of stars.
That was probably fine, but just in the future, just if you want to touch something, just don't. Don't.
Or
do it.
just ask one of us first. Like, if it seems unusual or not what you're used to, just let us first, okay?
Don't you put it in your mouth?
You're doing good.
Okay, and she gathers up the stars and like,
Or your nose or your ear. That's not fabulous. Like, remember, you are a star. Remember, you are a star.
I
So
am
you
a
gotta.
star.
I pull a
gotta look-
biscuit out of my satchel and give it to her as like consolation for the scolding she just got.
What did you give me? Sorry, I didn't hear
I
what
feel
you
like we're
biscuit.
gentle parenting a cat.
I mean, if I'm
The only
if I'm
way to-
the dad,
she has
of the
she
group.
eats the biscuit. She's so excited like about this biscuit. She's like, they're not even that dry like Thatcher likes to say.
Okay.
You say what about my biscuits?
I think they're just. Now, I definitely don't talk about your biscuits. Like, when you cook, there is no complaints about me. There is not a single
Better not
complaint.
be.
Now, that one may complain, and he points to Andy. And then that one may be greedy, but you'll never get a complaint out of me. Now then, there are some potions I would like to go, ponder, look at, see if there's anything of value that's left, and some weapons that I would like to see about, because as much as I like my old reliable that's on my back, she can only do so much.
You have these.
What are you holding out?
The stars. The bag of stars that she still has.
I think he picks up one. All right, what kind of star are they? Legitimately like stars, or
5-pointed star, Star
I
of
think he-
David, 4-point star.
They're
think he looks at 'em, he
the
turns 'em-
star for metal. Yeah, they're metal stars shaped in actual star form, and the edges have been basically set so that they are sharp, like throwing knives. They're throwing stars in literal star form.
I think he kind of looks at him and just kind of turns him around. He's like, doesn't fit my style. We can hold on to them and sell them, but they don't fit my style.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Perfect. Okay, let's see what's else around this place. And no touching buttons unless you verify it through me, Leslie, or Andy. Okay, does that sound fair? Does that sound good?
Arya's licking her fingers. Like she put the bag down so she could lick her fingers of biscuit. Because she she was really excited about the biscuit. She goes, no touching anything musical. Got it.
If I can get all
Anything at all.
if I can get all of you to roll me, because there's a lot of items here. Apart from the broken potions, there are a lot of items here. If I can get all of you to roll me a d6, just a d6,
Fancy D6.
and that will tell me which d100 list for you guys to roll on.
Lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3. Okay, perfect.
5.
5. Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
And then
The virtual dice actually like me for once.
okay, number 6. Okay. So here is what you find. We will start with number 3. There are many options for you to find here in this space because there's a lot of things here. Number 1 thing you find, roll me a D100.
Okie dokie. That's a 15 for me.
You find a short rope that seems to be magical. However, this particular rope, it looks like whenever you hold onto it, it kind of lengthens. So the more you play with it, it's like a ball of yarn, but it's like it seems to go on forever until you reach about 100 feet, and you have like 100 feet of rope in your hands, and then you kind of like start rolling it up again, and then it becomes this short rope again once more, the size of a bracelet.
She's so excited about this rope.
New kitty cat fidget toy.
Yes, like that. She's so excited about this rope. She pulls it and pulls it and pulls it. She's like, "This is so cool! You have no idea how neat it is. There's a lot of uses for at least 50 yards of hempen rope, and this is more than 50 yards, and more than 50 yards, and also probably hempen." And she's just having a grand old time with it. And then she's like, "Oh," it's like, and she has a pile of rope next to her because she didn't realize how excited she was. And she goes, "Oh no." And she starts like putting it back, trying to fix it.
Oh no. Oh no.
To get it bracelet sized again. And when she's got it bracelet sized, she puts it on her wrist. And she's like, "This is still really cool."
Absolutely. Roll me a D100 for Moon, and then we will get to what our treasure hunter finds.
58.
58. We are also looking at a snow globe containing a perfect miniature replica of a shop. And there's it's so strange. It feels almost like you're looking into a scene of a shop, like surrounding a shop area. You even see how the people are walking around it. They go from one end of the street to the other end of the street. And you can see that it's a real place. Looking at it, roll me 2 intelligence checks, please.
I'm just gonna put that one because that one has built in too. Alrighty, that is so 3 plus 1, so 4.
4. You know of the shop. You forgot the name of it, but you know of the shop. It's somewhere out in Carvalho.
Is it competition with my Gram's shop?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. 1050% it is. You can see the bakery
Corporate
sign.
espionage.
It's a snow globe. And then looking at the snow globe further, you even see the name of the shop that is going against your Grandma's shop right there on the snow globe as well.
Great Orcish Bake Off. Go.
Oh, Gram's human.
Oh.
Because he's only half orc. He was raised by his human grandmother.
Oh no.
Oh.
Imagine like petite little old lady who will throw her sandal at you if you misbehave.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. So out in Carvalho, there is a bakery by the name of Nexus Bakery, which is run by this kind of corporate looking
Joja Mart.
gnomish kind of thing. Exactly. Very much like it. But it's called Nexus Bakery, and it's at one of the busiest intersections. And looking at this is real time. Like everyone looking at the snow globe, it's real time. Like the people going in and out across about it. It looks like it's happening right now.
Deborah betrayed us. She said she never went there. But she's there right now with the croissants.
Looking at it, you could find out a little bit more about it later. But for now, I'm going to write that note. Deborah went there and lied about going there to our friend Leslie and Grand.
That's going to put a damper on the Mahjong games.
We're gonna fight
Deception.
Deborah.
This
Shame. For
phrase.
shame.
What does Deborah look like? Just out of curiosity, as I'm going to write this down.
Have you seen like the old live action Anne of Green Gables?
Mm.
She looks like Rachel Lynde, like the busybody,
Oh.
uptight lady who has her nose in everyone's business, thinks that she's all that in a bag of Cheetos.
Mm.
So that's why it's even more like, how dare you?
I know exactly who you're talking about because I love that version more than Anne with an E. No, copyright. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward.
Social teachers in there.
This is just an opinion. Opinions are not
Just
facts.
my opinion.
Exactly. Which is why we're gonna go to our treasure hunter. Dear treasure hunter, would you like to roll me a D100, please?
$53.
I don't know why I forgot the thunk was coming.
That was beautiful. Okay, so this is what you find.
It's just
with a
one of those things
53.
of
Just one of those things?
Mhm.
No, you were
Oh.
saying.
it just needs to make a statement whenever I roll it. It's just like,
Yep.
I am here. You've never used me. I am here now.
It needs to be the prettiest princess at the party.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, and it is.
Okay, so this is what you find. It's a little bit hard for me to explain it, so I'm just going to post it, if that's okay with you. And I'm putting it under locations because that is the easiest place for me to put your loot for whatever rhyme or reason. And I will also include the short rope here as well. No, sorry, it'll be under characters. What am I doing? There we go. You find a candle of vigilance. After lighting this candle using an action, its flame will not go out for any other reason than the approach of a shapeshifter, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of it, which might be useful in your travels ahead. Let's see, short rope, and then we have snow globe, security camera, snow globe for Nexus Bakery.
An Amazon ring, but snow globe.
Yes.
So-
With
So the candle, is it like one of those long-standing candles, or
it's amongst one of those items.
okay?
Which is that is really nice. So you find a good, roll me a D10.
Me?
Yes, please.
I like how you point yourself like, huh? Yes, you sir.
Who's?
Is it 8?
So you find 8 of these. Because it's one time use item, so you find 8 of them. Unused.
Okay.
Unused. Unused. So you do find 8 of them, and as a treasure hunter, this could be useful. This could definitely be useful,
Kind of looks at
especially.
all.
Sorry, go on.
You first.
No. It could be useful. Also, because you are looking specifically for a weapon. Very specifically, I remember you telling me you're looking specifically for a weapon. Can you roll me another D100?
Kathunk.
71.
71. Okay. So. One second.
I feel like also with the candles, he's just like looking at them, and he takes like half of them, like these are going to be his, and the other half is like for sale. Because, got to make money somehow on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
My singing's not good enough.
And I think
The
he's also going to look
stars.
at his RGB friend, little fairy friend. It's just like, so we don't like the ones that are put in the bag, okay?
You see them go, copy. Oh, but it's like in Morse code. Like it's Morse code lighting, essentially. Okay.
It goes green, yellow, green, green, green.
Yeah, it takes you a moment to kind of figure out what are you talking about, but then it's like, okay. So you find a sword, and it's basically a long sword, nondescript. It's there. It's nothing to write home about except for the fact that it has the golden dragon on the hilt.
Well, ain't that funny? Huh. I think he carries the sword over to the group and he's just like, what's the off chance that, our little scaly friend, this is theirs? And he shows them the hilt of the blade.
Little scaly friend?
That does now bring up a question. Does Thatcher the only one that knows about them?
Yeah. You were the only one Thatcher was the only one who could see them because of the potion's effect.
Plus, I was on the other side of the room.
Oh, I mean in general.
Yeah. They have no clue what you're talking about.
More so like, is this a general
religion knowledge
like
kind of
even
thing?
like general lore? Like
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, like
because,
general lore, like have we all met this person?
You have not met them, but all four of you know that back in ancient days, and it's everywhere. It's also used as part of the bakery, Nexus Bakery's advertisements that they have the best baked goods since the Four Dragons. So all of you know about the Four Dragons that rule over and oversee Pharrell's realm.
Okay.
And one of them is a golden dragon who
So
is known as the oldest. Sorry, go on.
I think he'll just kind of look at it again and be like, okay, so follow me real quick. And he explains everything that happened with the Furbos, Furtrons that him and Legato were dealing with. And when a potion hit him, he saw one of the dragons and he was just like, had a quick little conversation with them and wanting to be more entertained.
I think you had too many fumes, my friend.
Well, I think Arya has a feature actually about this too. If I recall correctly, it's something to do with her, like it's some kind of lore thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Knowledge of tradition.
Yes, that.
Yep. You can definitely roll knowledge of tradition, which is 2 intelligence checks. We'll add them together, and if you surpass a certain level, I will give you guys all journey points.
Where do I roll that?
It's just 2d6s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll go here and go to 2d6s. That's a 3. Yeah.
Now, question. I remember last session we'd gotten some bonus dice. Does that carry over to this session?
Yes,
Can I roll a
absolutely.
bonus die about it.
Yes, please.
Yay.
Now's a good time to say something.
That's a 6.
Yay!
Yay.
Perfect. So altogether, you've rolled a 9.
Yeah.
We will
So
we
9.
will replace the 1 with a 6, but it's a 9 total. You know that Koyu, who is the dragon of Fall, also known as the Gold Dragon, also known as like the eldest, they love stories. They absolutely love stories about love and friendship and human drama. And they seem to enjoy stories about adventurers who are willing to lend a listening ear and who basically offer adventures. How do I put it? They love tales about adventurers helping others and contributing to a community. Similar to what we're doing here, just FYI. Here's an ad break. Please, we are raising funds for Make a Wish Foundation. Down at the bottom, you can see the progress bar. I don't know exactly how much we've raised in today's stream, but if you can, please donate today. We're going to help sick kids. With that
For
said,
the children.
for the children, they do enjoy stories about that, where compassion and friendship and tales of adventure kind of builds a society together. From out of the room of the circular chamber, you do hear Icarus and kind of look at all you sheepishly, and they seem to be doing the equivalent of someone who accidentally left something that they shouldn't have on instead of turning it off. And they kind of appear just as you're looking at this sword and remembering who Koyu is all about. We will continue forth. Is there something you would like to do with that information now that you know who Koyu is?
I think Arya relays that information to the rest of the group and sort of goes into, I think this might be who you met, and then like kind of go into everything that you just said to present that information to Leslie, Andy, and Thatcher. And kind of reiterate, like, maybe they left you the sword because, I don't know, you were meant to do stuff with it?
Kind of looks at it more, like turning it, like tries to wield it with one hand, and only got a strength from 4. He's more of a hunter, like he's not built for heavier weapons, so he has to grasp it with 2 hands and say, "It's a funny weapon to give me. It's got style. I like how it looks, but is it like?" You said that there was something like in the orb, like the mouth of the dragon, like, or is it just the head of the dragon itself?
It's the head of the autumn dragon. The hilt, that's the hilt. There wasn't really an orb for it, but I like the idea of an orb being there. So the orb itself is the snow globe that Leslie has. That's the orb.
Looks at the orb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
I think he looks at the orb and is just kind of like, huh. He kind of peers at it. I wonder, as he keeps peering at it, he's done treasure hunting things. He knows his magical items, what they do, what they don't do, what they possibly can do under certain effects. He's looking at it and he's like, hello? Is there anyone there? Like, trying to speak into it.
So, just to clarify, the orb is the snow globe that Leslie has, and that there is also at the hilt where the dragon is, there is an orb that's kind of in between the horns of the dragon. So you're speaking into the orb of the horns of this dragon as you hold this long sword up like this to speak into it.
We have a hydrate.
Yes.
Ooh, hydrate.
Roll me a spirit. Yeah. Roll me a spirit check. And you can use your bonus dice if it's too low.
What's my spirit again? My spirit is... Oh, no, that's my intelligence. Spirit is 6, so D6. Dude. Oh, 5.
You momentarily wait. You wait some more. And now all of you can see this individual. And so just for all intents and purposes, for the two of you with us, you see the image in the Discord.
If it's the same one that you tagged Blackwell in earlier, I kind of looked at it.
Perfect. Yeah. So it's the humanoid form, not the dragon form. It's the humanoid form. And they kind of stand sitting. Well, they don't stand. They're sitting. One leg crossed over, wearing a dress. The little flame that is around Thatcher seems to recognize this individual and goes up to them and flits around and circles them a little bit before landing on their shoulder. They're sitting basically on the furbows that are still moving on the shelf, but they're on the half step. You don't really hear much from them. I mean, they're like covered. And they go, well, you've called. How can I be of help?
Oh, I was not expecting that to work. Well, hello there. It is nice to meet you. I don't think we've introduced ourselves yet, or have we? I don't think we have. Have we met? It seemed like you knew us, but we don't know you fully. I mean, we know you, but we haven't met. You know what I'm talking about. I feel like you get where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie takes his hat off out of respect.
I think
It's just
Arya's just shocked at
holding it,
like, this is the real thing. And she definitely tried to, like, when it became a little ball of light and it was floating around, she was trying to catch it.
What I want to know is what Andy is doing. Andy, I don't believe in magic, only science.
There's a teleportation device
As a
somewhere in
literal
this room.
god just pops up.
We will find out what Andy believes in when they join us
Yep.
next. But they will look at all of you and go, teleportation devices might be something of a new phenomenon from hundreds of years ago. It hasn't been used in recent times, though. And you see Icarus come up and pause and scan this new entity, and they go, it looks like you've made a new friend, although they seem quite lonely.
Are you maybe
Are you from
for a story?
the dragon?
Well, you are my story. I'm watching over you. You've caught my attention, surely.
Oh wow! We got the attention of a Ryujin, Thatcher! Smack, 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 smack.
Smacking
I
lightly.
think Thatcher's so used to getting just smacked, like getting smacked by Legato is just like, mm-hmm.
That's so cool!
So, is that to say that you'll be accompanying us on this journey? You're gonna be watching us through this, like?
Who's to say? Although I would love some cookies from a bakery.
I immediately pull out my satchel of biscuits.
You see them inch forward anime style, and they go, "Are you certain?"
I hand them 3 biscuits.
I have 3 other siblings. 3 biscuits.
I hand them a 4th biscuit.
We might like seconds.
I give them a total of 8 biscuits.
I like thirds.
That's all the biscuits I have. So I don't feel like I have an
Stella's gonna be jealous.
Can you make freshly batched ones?
Give me a couple hours.
Couple of hours? Yes. Well, if you'd like, I can take you to where you need to go as a favor to all of you for such a delightful story about 4 adventurers taking care of strange robotic birds.
I proceed to start planning and pulling out the stuff I need to make cookies for deities.
There's a book slowly floats your way, not having to do anything at all. They haven't moved a single bit, but there's a book that floats your way and kind of lands gently into the palm of like your lap, and it says, traditional cookies and foods to deliver to a shrine of one of the 4 dragons.
Well, all right then. Apparently Leslie takes requests.
They will take the cookies. They will take the cookies offered. And with a flash, well, that is one way. I will give you more boons. You can find one of my shrines anywhere you wish to go, but I suppose you are looking to catch a flight out of here.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to be doing that before we
We're
got
supposed
caught
to go
up
to the
in.
port city.
Yes. We kind
But
of
now we've made a new friend, and
know.
it's kind of odd to just leave him here. Like, Icarus, are you gonna be okay by
Well, we
yourself?
can't leave Icky behind.
I must stay to protect the core, but pushes a piece of their ear that have kind of fallen off to the side and pushes it back in. If you could provide an update of the outside world, that I would be very much obliged. And maybe visit every once in a while.
Mm.
Do you have any way we can communicate with you? Like, do you take like so above
I
the
have
table
your
question?
number.
How does communication work in this world? Like, do we have like
Devices? You see them take out a very sleek looking, metallic looking thing. I have been working on this for some time. I do not know about the outside world, but this is a pad of communication. You can write in it, and then if you look at that little strange symbol, you can do a video call, and holographically your faces show up. And now I can see you.
Yay.
ooh, that is some wild magic right there.
Mhm.
Where'd you find this artifact at? Or
I
who
made
dropped
it.
this actually?
I made it using
Oh,
some of the items here, although, oh my goodness, it is all cleaned up. You look around, the goddess is nowhere to be found. Everything has been righted up into corners. Even the furboats are lined up in a nice row, shut down, of course, as if by magic.
Whoa. Whoa.
ooh, she
You
moves
can't.
fast and efficient.
Either the deity did it or Andy got some OCD while we weren't looking.
I think Andy's too busy with his
Yes.
romance novels.
Uh,
Yeah.
And you hear the clattering of bones. I do not read romance novels. I read very important textbooks, and I do not know what has occurred. We'll wait on Andy. Actually, I don't even know what they would have said in that situation. However, you are in a very clean, very beautiful looking place. Some of the potions have been cleaned up. Obviously, the broken potions are nowhere to be seen. The shelf where the potions were, there's only 5 left. Unfortunately, there's only 5 potions left on the shelf, as the rest of you kind of look at this now pristinely fixed place. And your new friend Icarus goes, "You are very nice. You did not go anywhere near the core. Although I will have to change the security code."
Maybe
I just look at Arya. Just
maybe we don't make it musical.
Hmm. I do not
You
understand
know,
music.
maybe keep the security code like something that you can only access, like inside of you. Just as a thought, like
Or like covered or something, so that if someone decides that they want to mess with the pretty lights, they don't. Maybe.
I will
just
reset.
in case another cat comes by.
You know of other cats?
We do. Outside of this one, we do.
I will also glass proof the area. Life choices are buzzing through. You can see the electric lights going through Icarus's face. Do you wish to still see the mana stones, or will you come by to visit some other time?
I'd forgotten about the mana stones.
Arya looks at Thatcher. Do you
We
want
should still pick those up in case we come across.
Monica and Ross.
Yeah, we should still grab those. I mean, in case we come across our halfling friends and just tell them like it's okay, like everything was fine. I don't see why not. And also, need to sell something because I don't know about y'all, but after all this, we kind of we just something to sell on the side.
You see Icarus go to one of the walls, and they pick up like this heavy brass key, and they go, "Come with me." As
Okay,
they walk through, I will let you have a place to rest, as you look like you require some healing. These are the last remaining healing potions. There are now only 2 bottles of potions on the shelf, as they
oh
provided to
no.
Leslie.
Oh no, that's so awful. I wonder what happened. Oh my gosh.
So you said they gave me 3 healing potions?
Yes.
Cool.
And they will take the brass key. You may stay the night here if you wish. I believe I remember you had a commode of transport.
Stella.
Oh, not
Stella,
a
we should probably.
wait, a commode or a camel? Because we definitely have a camel.
They transport.
It's the camel, right? It's Stella. It's Stella. I got it. It took me a minute. I got it.
As they walk further ahead and take you back to where you first started this adventure, you see Stella is like munching on what looks to be grass and mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Mushrooms.
Hey,
Good.
Leslie, are those mushrooms safe for her to eat?
That is a good question. Are they the same ones that I had grabbed earlier? Because I remember I grabbed some last time.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, those are fine.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's the
Okay.
chicken of the forest.
Okay. Camel will eat anything.
You see it spit out part of the grass stems out and then look at you very judgmentally.
Yeah, you're the one that decided to chew on it, not me. All right, girl. We're gonna go take a nap. All right, you want to come down with us? You're gonna stay here?
They're going to look at the door, look at you, and you see Icarus go, they should be able to fit into here. They close the door to the main door, and the key that they have, they actually just go, stand back, please. And they insert it towards the door and turn it. As they turn the key into the door shimmers and a portal opens up
Ooh.
this way.
Okay. Come on, girl.
You walk into a space that can only be described as like a tavern. It looks like a tavern, but there's beds set up on the walls. There's bunk beds everywhere. There's even a place that has like a private bath area that you can see.
Fancy.
It's fancy, but it's very simple. Like it's
Is there a
simply
kitchen?
furnished. There's a huge kitchen off to the left-hand corner. You may stay in this suite of safety for the time being, and I will give you this key. It was Thatcher,
Oh,
and they will give Thatcher the key.
Takes the key.
You may come visit at any time. I
Of
must go to
course,
my
we'll keep in
post.
contact as well.
They,
right. Communication
will
works
not.
2 ways.
It does. In fact, you see that button that looks like a strange thumb and finger like this. That will basically allow me to hear whatever it is that you hear or say.
Oh,
Mhm.
Leslie's distracted by the kitchen.
There's nothing in the kitchen. There's no food in the kitchen. It's
But are
just
there,
the
there
appliances.
I'm saying, like, but what appliances?
There is a beautiful oven baked stove, like the old fashioned kind that you can use to bake pizzas from. Um, there is a nicely made like fire pit with a spit roast on it. And there is also off to the side, you see kind of like a Dutch oven, but there's also like other implements of where you can light fires from to cook with, obviously, not to burn down any places.
At least not intentionally.
Mhm.
And so there would be the stuff that Leslie would need to make some of these Ryujin cookie recipes.
Oh, absolutely.
He starts doing so.
You find that you are very low on supplies. By doing
Mm.
these cookies, you can make a batch of like a dozen, but then you are completely out.
Mm. I may have to wait until I can restock my supplies then so I can make sure we still have food for the road.
Well, I mean, could always see what's out there. There's, I don't know, something you could substitute, maybe?
I do not carry organics inside. The most organic thing I have are potions, says Icarus. And the mushrooms outside. The organics are hard to keep fresh. I do not have yet any of the technology needed and required to keep a cool space. All of the energy has been going to the core.
In that case, Leslie takes some of the freshly gathered mushrooms and starts making a mushroom stew for dinner.
And with that, we will end.
Yay!
That's Ryuutama. Very
What's up?
Yeah. We would love to thank you. I would love to thank you guys as players, first of all, for joining me on this adventure in Ryuutama. It has been really great so far.
Yeah.
Would you like to do one more session towards the end of the month to complete our travels to another location?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah. We haven't got into the port yet.
Yeah.
We have a festival to get to.
This is just on the way.
Leslie still needs to make dragon cookies.
Yes.
Dragon cookies.
And there's more treasure to
I
be
need
found.
to know if Andy is gonna admit, if I can get Andy to admit to reading romance novels.
That's true. That's true. This is one of our key points, one of our threads. I think, dear voice from above the heavens, we're going to end our session. If we can say thank you to the voice in our heads, and also
Thanks, voice in our heads.
Thanks, Spectral Voice.
if you guys can also reintroduce your guys' selves and any socials that you may have that you want to let everybody know, and then we'll say goodnight from Logomancy and us. Yes. So we'll start from reverse order. We will start with Blackwell.
Ooh, something got in my eye just as you said my name too. All right, this is gonna be fun. So, hey everyone, how y'all doing? My name is Blackwell, your everyman in the TTRPG and D&D verse. I'm just here to show you that I'm a regular dude. I'm married, I have a son. I'm just here to show you that, hey, you could do this too. You can hop on the stream, play with some awesome people, and then go to your 9 to 5. Or if you're like me, you're waking up at 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning because your little kaiju of a child said, rise and shine. You can find me on the Logomancy channel on Wednesdays. Next month, is it next month? I will figure that out. Sometime in the future, playing as on the Frontier Venturing Company as Grandpa Theodore, and you'll see me bounce around on other channels as well, playing as a variety of characters. I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight.
Yay! Thank you so much. Second individual that we will have is Vixie.
That's me. Hey, everybody. My name is Vixie Bell. I'm your friendly neighborhood player here at the Logomancy table. And I am here and doing quite a bit. You'll see me on the next episode of Ryuutama, obviously here on Legends of Logomancy. My channel, the Pocket Dragon Pub, is another place where you can find me, where I GM and play and produce. In fact, we are also participating in the Roll for Wishes event. I'm very excited. We're going to be premiering a game called Pico by MythWorks Publishing. Little Bugs, Big World. That should be this Friday, I think. And hopefully we'll see a bunch of you there for that game as well. And yeah, you see me around on other channels. I've got a couple more games coming up. If you pay attention to my social media at Pocket Dragon Pub or at Vixie Bell or at Vixie Bell Cosplay, you'll find out all about that stuff. So please follow me on socials for more about what I'm doing and what kind of projects I have going on. Thanks so much.
Thank you. And last but definitely not least, Moon.
Hello, I am Destined Moon, the newbie in the party to Logomancy. You can find me as Destined Moon here on Twitch. Sometimes I stream. Sometimes I stream with Logomancy when we do like Stardew Valley streams when the D&D sessions aren't working out that week. Yeah. Just here for a good time.
Yeah. Also, my inspiration for my character is right here.
Did you cutie patootie?
And with that, I am GM of Revan. We are here on Logomancy for games and fun and enjoyment. But you can find me everywhere on the internet as GM of Revan. I am on D&D Denial playing in things, characters, and I also DM. More chaos than I anticipate in a lot of other games. So with that said, we will say goodnight. I don't know if we are rating anybody, but we have one last hydrate for the road. And with that, we're gonna say goodnight. Ooh, we are going to raid out to the map maker for the 100-acre battle. So good night.
Speaking of Stardew.